right, so we got this car back from Fat Fabs, and this is the next car that we're going to take to SEMA. SEMA is a full year away, so we decided to get started early. Dad started doing the body work on this thing, I don't know, a year and a half ago probably. Just picked it up from Jake. He went ahead and bagged it, put a whole frame under the back, so it's back half, 4-link back there, big monster notch. He, guys, get this out of the way, please. I'll put it on the side here. Monster notch in the back, and now we still have a lot of work to do. Dad will probably actually grind all this back off. It's been a long time since he did it. There's surface rust where it sit outside out at Fat Fabs. So today, first things first, what we're gonna do is the boys are gonna clean the whole car out, get everything out of it. At some point, we're gonna pull the front clip off, pull the motor out, put this thing on a rotisserie and start on the bodywork. This thing is probably gonna be one of the nicest cars that we built, so I want everything done right. We're gonna put it on a rotisserie and get everything underneath. We're gonna powder coat the frame, everything. So guys, everything's unbolted. Everything's just sitting in here. Just go ahead and lay it all out with everything else. See how all the chrome and everything's laid out? Just the seats and anything in this thing. All the brakes and everything are in the back. And then that should be it. So you got what, 30 minutes or so? So just take everything out of it, set it out there. Don't hit my car.
You don't want to keep that same motor and just clean it up? Or?
Nope. It'll have an LS in it. And
what is that right now?
this is the stock 400 that came in this car. So, and it's a good running car. It still runs. So.
You gonna do anything with the motor? Or you just going?
Man, a buddy of mine hollered at me just the other day. He's looking for a motor, and I was like, look, come get it. So he'll probably come out. He's gonna get it. We'll strip everything down, even the original AC off this car. We'll clean the whole firewall up and probably just fill in everything on the firewall. When we go back with AC on this car, it'll be aftermarket and we won't need that big unit right there.
Yeah.
Just clean it up nice underneath here.
What color y'all gonna do it?
It'll be green and gold.
Green and gold.
So it's gonna be pretty cool. We got a lot to do and not a lot of time. So every spare minute that we need to be doing something to it. So if I can get it up on a chassis, off the chassis and put on a rotisserie, then Dad can get busy on it. We'll pull the front windshield out of it, all the chrome off of it. But before we ever start doing anything, we're probably going to grab all the chrome, lay all the chrome out, make sure we have all the chrome, make sure it's good. That way we know what we got or what we need to find. Parts for this car are impossible to find. So hopefully at one point, everything that we had for this car was pretty nice, at least usable.
Yeah.
And we can, I gotta send off all the chrome and most of it I'm gonna get gold.
Yeah, I'm about to ask.
Wheels will be gold. The rack is going back on it, it's gold.
This ain't gonna be a black and mild special, man.
Yep.
Yeah.
So, lots of work.
Yeah.
So while we've been struggling with this deal and that deal and goofing off with that deal, oh, Slick Rick has steady been putting in work on the SEMA Wagon. It's all tore down. All the body parts are off. He's already started working on that door. But everything's off. We are about to pull the body off of this big old girl and put her on the rotisserie. You've been putting in work while we've been struggling, huh?
Hey, huh? Look at how cool somebody fixed that ducking with that tape.
What is it?
Put the flame tape on.
Yeah, the flame tape.
Wow.
How cool is that? I wonder how many years ago that got done.
Man, this car has all the cool. So like I said, while we've been struggling with all this stuff, Richard's just steady been putting in work, disassembly.
Yep.
Now the body's about ready to come off?
Well, we don't know. We think.
Maybe. I'm sure this will go smooth as everything else has recently.
Thanks, man.
There you go.
Oop.
I would watch out. This is the last one. That body liable to flip off here, do a couple backflips, barrel
Man,
roll.
I hope it doesn't hit the floor.
You never know with the way our week's been going.
Yeah.
Just put it inside right there, so.
Okay.
It should be.
Where are we doing this at, Dad?
What's that?
Where we're gonna lift it up at? Let's find some. Yeah, we've got to find the strength.
We need our heavier lift in for this deal.
This needs to come off of here. Nope, this stays.
What is, oh, the airline?
Yes. Ooh, no, it does not. This goes with it. This is not part of the frame. That is weird.
What's that?
This back bumper's not part of the frame.
Oh man, that doesn't seem very demolition derby
No,
adequate.
well, it's not part of our frame.
Oh, okay, I gotcha.
Was it?
What?
Doesn't really seem like it was part of the frame. Our frame stops right here. And I'm not worried about picking it up. What I'm worried about is the rotisserie.
Well, this was
Holding
this
this
was
thing.
a bolt on the regular frame. I'm pretty sure. Right here, they just.
Oh yeah, I know. But
Oh, out to here?
yeah, it must not be because this is what houses the.
Yeah.
So what keeps that 400-pound bumper from, with all the
God,
strength?
that bumper's heavy.
All right, so that sucks. Where are we gonna put it? Just on the edge right here?
Here.
Yeah, let's put it here.
Looks
that's
like good strong
looks
metal.
like that's made for lifting. But you ready to go down? I thought you said you got the brakes off this thing. The vacuum canister's still on.
Well, I got the other deal off of it. Yeah.
Oh, I told you the power booster's what's hard to get off, and he was like, "Nah, it's
I've
no
got
big
one
deal."
more bolt in there.
That's the one bolt that the boys.
It's not going to be a big deal for him.
Yeah. Remember how many times the boys cried about that last bolt, and I had to get in there and do it?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the last one.
The easy
It
one.
was tough to get to, wasn't it?
Well, he pulled the steering column out. It should have been easy.
Oh.
Yeah, we got doing something else.
Yeah, you pulled him off this project to work on some bullshit other project.
All right, we ready now?
Yeah.
Hey, and then we can just see, try to maybe hit it right here. Well, we'll see. If we tear it up, you can fix it, right?
Yeah, I think right there's going to be the strongest.
Well, my thing is, we really need to pick it up further back.
Yeah.
Yeah, but.
It's going to be very rear biased.
Do you realize how heavy that tailgate is?
All the heavy.
This isn't gonna work. I think all the dash needs to come out of it first, and I think that tailgate probably needs to come out too. You realize how heavy that tailgate is?
Oh, yeah.
What does the rotisserie say it's capable of holding?
I think 4,500 pounds.
Ah,
Yeah.
I don't even know what we're worried about.
This steel's only going to be like 42.50.
Besides flipping this whole thing backwards. I only want to come up high enough that we can roll the frame out. And then we can set it down on some jack stands and reposition. Actually, we need to set it down on some rollers. Okay,
All right. Body's off.
body's off.
This is this is what they call a frame off restoration, right?
Well, it's a frame off right now.
Yeah.
We don't know about the restoration part.
Go back.
Man, look at that.
Boy, this baby rolls good right here. Almost like it doesn't weigh 6,000 pounds.
Yeah, it doesn't yet. Give us time. Set that body back on it with all the speakers and.
So we will come through here. Of course, we'll pull this motor, transmission, drive.
Man, I'm excited we get to do this like we did the Fire Donk.
Me too. Me too.
That was fun.
We're gonna build this thing exactly like this. So what we'll do is we'll pull all this apart, and this car is really nice. Like, it's weird to say that. This car's really nice. So what we're starting with is better than what we normally start with.
Yes.
So we will have the frame powder coated. We'll probably build it in here. And when I say build it, like Jake already did what he did back there. He already back-halfed it.
You don't build your own cars.
Oh yeah. Well, no, I don't. I don't do C-notches and stuff like that.
No.
We've done them, huh, Dad? It was a nightmare though for you probably. I was a 16-year-old punk going, man, Dad, we gonna C-notch this thing or what? You know, let's just cut the hole in the bed. You know, and Dad did all the work.
Man, that shit sounds familiar.
Hey, hang on. Not much unlike Aiden is now.
Yeah, Dad, we ever gonna hear this truck run?
Yeah, exactly. So everybody who says in the comments and says, well, shit, Dalton does all the work. Aiden doesn't do anything. You kind of got that from me.
Apple don't fall too far from the tree.
Hey, and I try to yell at him and try to, what is it whenever I shit on people? Motivate.
Motivate, yeah.
Okay, I call it motivating. I try to motivate him, you know, and then I say, hey man, you don't like it when all them people talk about that in the comments, do you? And he's like, you know, he just kind of sits there and I'm like, well, do something about it.
Yeah.
The camera's about to turn on and people's gonna see what really happens,
Yep.
you know, and then boom, Dalton's in there doing the work. So, hey,
Dalton just head first into engine
hey,
bay.
it is what it is, man.
Yeah.
Dalton isn't too far from Monkey.
Nope. I mean, that's probably what Monkey was like at 16.
No doubt.
Knew how to pick his friends.
Yeah. He picked somebody who's willing to get in there and do the work, you know. And Aiden will laugh and say, oh, no, I'm a driver, you know.
Yeah,
well,
he is.
I've told him before, you need to be a tuner, is what
Yeah.
you need to be. So Monkey is, if Monkey was here right now, we've said this in the past, we've said it a bunch. Like there's so many times I'm in there working and I don't do it as good as what Monkey says that he could do it. So he kind of pushes you out of the way and then starts doing it. At some point you kind of go, whatever.
Yeah.
And then you watch him do it.
I did it just the other day with the cowl on that truck.
That's what he does.
Yep.
That's just Monkey. And Dalton has that same, I'm gonna get in here and get it done personality that Monkey does, you know? And not everybody has that. I didn't have it. I was the same way Aiden is. You know what I mean? Like I swept the floors at Dad's shop forever. You know, it is what it is. At some point you have to find yourself and figure out, I need to learn this stuff.
Yeah.
And, or not. You know what I mean? There's lots of people who don't have a mechanical bone in their body,
right?
You know, and is not mechanic or race car or anything like that, and that's fine.
Yeah.
There's no problem with that. But Aiden acts like he wants to do it. So at some point, and I'm not too hard on him yet, you know, besides the motivation that I give him.
Yeah, that ain't hard on him.
I'm not too hard on him yet, just because I know where I was when I was his age.
At the end of the day, he's still a 16-year-old kid,
He's a 16-year-old kid. Dalton will tell you what he wants to do for a living.
Yeah.
And I believe that's where he's headed. Yeah. So a lot of times whenever I'm teaching these kids stuff, I make sure Dalton's paying attention.
Yeah.
So Aiden still has no idea. I didn't know what I wanted to do until I was 20.
I still don't know.
20 something.
Just kind of winging it.
We've been winging it our whole lives, you know, and it just kind of worked out for us.
Yeah.
So, but one thing that I do have to explain to these boys is not everybody gets to live the life that we live. You know what I mean? You can't. Aiden's like, no, I want to do what you do. Well, you can't. You just really can't.
Yeah, I mean, he can, but it's work, dude. Like, look what all you went through before you got to this position. You know what I mean? Look
how he gave me one exhaust hole right there. Because he asked me.
Big 3.5 inch.
He said, hey man, are you gonna put duals on this? I go, nah, I don't want to hear this thing. I want to see it lope. Yep. I want to hear the motor lope, but I don't want to hear no exhaust.
Yep.
So, but anyways, yeah, watch that. It's pretty rear heavy.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Yeah. So, you know, I know what I was like when I was Aizen's age, and I never even considered cars.
Yeah.
Wasn't even on my radar, man. I was a baseball player.
Well, same. Like I've always liked cars, but I didn't work on them. You know what I mean? I liked looking at pictures of them. I read magazines, but I was a sport at his age. That's all I cared about. And girls.
Me too.
Yeah.
So that's why I don't ride him too hard. He's going to graduate high school, and then he's going to figure out what he wants to do.
Yep.
After that, he got a lot of learning to do to catch up. That's what I had to do. I had to learn quick.
Yeah.
You know, so it is what it is. If he doesn't want to do what I do, hell yeah. What do you want to do? I'll retire and watch you do what you do.
Yep.
You know?
You better be good at it, though.
That's right. So, better be able to make a living at it,
Yeah.
at least. So, you don't have to be that good.
No.
As long as you make a living at it.
Yep.
But we'll powder coat this frame. We're going to get the motor. We're going to set it in. We're going to do pretty much the same shit that we did with the donk.
Man, it was fun.
We'll pull all this out. We'll make the cross member for it. Something that doesn't weigh 9,800 pounds like this thing does.
Yes.
Tony's going to come over. He's going to get this motor.
He's taking this whole deal?
The people, he's taking it all.
Nice.
All or none. I'm giving it to him.
Perfect.
So he's taking the transmission and everything.
Perfect.
Hey, and this thing's a runner.
Yeah, no, this thing ran great. I drove it for a while.
I know. This thing ran great. You used to drive it home to your house an hour.
One way.
So, walk up and uphill both ways to school in the snow.
Yep, getting pulled over in Kingfisher all the time because I had big wheels on it.
Can't believe you'd ruin that car like that.
Yeah.
So, we got to pull all the suspension stuff apart. Everything that Jake did here is pretty much mocked up. Obviously not the back half. Like, that is not mocked up.
Them bolts are for sure because I ain't long enough.
Oh, he told me that he just put something in there.
Yep.
He had to give me you're not driving this thing, are you? And I was like,
well, yeah, it runs.
What do you mean? I said, this thing runs like a top.
Yeah.
Why would I not drive it? He goes, well, the drive shaft's not going to fit. You're not going to try to make that thing fit, are you? And I was, why?
Yeah.
Look, I need to know.
How much did he bitch about that non-aluminum center section, though?
Oh, I don't know.
He always yells at me for those. Remember on Kilo?
Yeah, no, he didn't say anything. I'm good with that, though.
Oh, yeah.
We will,
Yeah.
and then powder coat the
housing.
I got a lot of things to think about on this.
Like you've pretty much decided on the main color. Now we need to figure out the accents.
And the accessories and the interior.
Yes.
I need to figure out, like on the donk, of course the frame is going to be black.
Yes.
Because you see a lot of this frame on these cars.
You do.
The blue one's still blue where Dad painted the car.
I was going to say, I'll paint these.
No, you won't. Because it's not going to be on the car.
He's that mean that I'll fucking do it again.
Yeah. I think we spray painted it all black on
We did.
But
we didn't. Monkey did.
there's certain things, he started to. I don't think he got it all.
Yeah.
And then once you start it, he made me finish it.
Yeah.
There's certain things that we can do to make this look a little bit better than all black. And we did it on the Fire Donk. The 4-link bars on that, I say 4-link, it's triangulated 4-link.
Yeah. Trailing arms.
So
the
the original trailing arms on the other donk, they're red. They match the interior.
Mm-hmm.
I don't really know what to do with this one yet. We are going to go green on the outside of the car. It's going to be some sort of candy apple, something like that. Of course, most of the chrome, if not all the chrome, I don't know. There's some stuff that's going to be really hard. It's going to be gold. The wheels will be gold. Can't really do gold on the frame and bars, but I can match them with the interior. I just don't know how well that would look. I've got a lot of thinking I need to do.
We would need to see the actual interior color first.
Peanut butter, man.
Right.
Peanut butter guts.
But what peanut butter? We talking Jif? We talking Skippy? Because they're different colors and they're different flavors.
Jif is darker, right?
Yes.
Okay, I'm thinking Skippy then.
Yeah. Like a light, kind of like the factory was.
Kind of like the factory color in this car. It's going to be real close to the factory color.
Yeah. So I don't know. Maybe we get some spray paint or something first and kind of see what it looks like before we.
Man, that's what renderings are. Look, if you professionally do renderings, let me know. We used to have a rendering guy. We do not anymore.
Mm-hmm.
So holler at me if you do renders, or if you're a guy who does renderings and you don't answer my phone calls or answer my text messages, and you take 8 months and I ask you where the rendering is, and you say, oh yeah, I'm gonna have it for you next week, and then next week never comes, then I don't need a rendering guy like that.
No, if you're a good rendering guy and you got good business sense and want to make some money, he's not asking for it for free, email us.
I definitely am not saying I need you to do this for me for free. Your time is valuable too, I understand that. But I need some renderings done, and I actually have a rendering of this car already.
Yes, I need some changes though.
I made some changes, and I need to make some more changes. I would really like to maybe take a couple pictures of the Fire Donk's frame and use that picture for just a frame, and then I need to change colors on it, and just figure it out.
Yep. So email us 187customs@themurdernova.com. Let us see what you got. Let us know what you can do.
Look at that lip though on them wheels.
So what I'm thinking on the back wheels, because we need to change the backspace, right? It needs to go out instead of being so sucked in. Is that what you're talking about?
We're not changing the backspace though.
No. What?
We are not changing the backspace. We're manipulating the backspace, sort of.
Yeah. No, we'll get a skinnier back lip and a. No.
I don't think you can.
Why can't
This
you?
is the most front lip you can have.
No, it's only a 9-inch lip, isn't it?
Yeah.
They make 10. 100%. They make 10. That's what's on Country Clive. Yep. 10-inch lip, boy.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay. Then we can do that. I was just talking about adding an inch to the face. The backspace of the face, and just using this. I mean, look at this tire.
Yeah, you could almost do like a front.
This tire fits this wheel perfect.
Right, and it still would as long as you're.
Well, I don't want to stretch it out.
You wouldn't. You would take it off the backside and to the front.
What is that? A 3 on the back?
Yeah, make it a 2. Basically, make it just the opposite of the front wheels.
Yeah.
Almost. If it can be done, either way.
Either way, I don't care. Corleone will do anything that we ask them to do.
Yep.
And they're going to do this. So I was supposed to go down to Corleone Forged, and we were going to sit down with Austin from Austin, Massachusetts, and we were going to sit down and we were going to come up with a wheel for this car. And somehow I came across the perfect wheel for this car that they already make.
Which is crazy because I sent you that wheel.
Well, things have changed, you know? That was probably a year ago.
At least, right before I got the wheels from our wagon.
Did you send that for your wagon?
I did.
Okay.
Because it was about as close as I could find to what I wanted.
Yes. Hey, well, they're sick.
Yeah.
You know? And the wheels for your wagon are sick.
Oh, yeah.
If this was a box, I'd
dude,
away with him saying
that's the only wheel that goes on my wagon is the one that's on it.
But this one being, a donk wagon, somebody's gonna fucking say that fucking station wagon isn't a donk.
It is though. 71 to 76 Impala or Caprice. Period. Verts are donks. Hardtops are donks. 4-doors are donks. Wagons are donks.
Yes. The Sport Coupe is still a donk.
Remember that one we had, that 71?
Yeah.
That was cool.
Yeah. Anyways, hey, I know somebody like it.
Even the Sport Coupes.
I'm probably gonna make a lot of people mad.
Man, dude, I remember when we posted, we got us an Ace. That's a Sport Coupe.
Yeah, somebody said, "Oh, that's a Sport Coupe." I said, "Man, no, I thought it looked different." Yeah. And we still made money on it.
Oh yeah.
That dude cruised that thing around too.
Yeah,
got it running.
Got it running.
Now
we traded him that Yukon. He traded us that Yukon and some cash.
Oh yeah.
And then we sold that Yukon to McDougal's or Monkey's buddy, and he drove it around.
That's right. Remember, he wasn't supposed to drive it around because it didn't have no title.
Right.
He said, "No, I'm just gonna pull the motor out of it." Turns out it was better than his car, so he just kept driving it.
Yeah.
We don't ask no questions.
No. No, ain't none of our business.
We know everybody's not on the up and up like we are.
No.
We understand.
No.
We understand sometimes people go through things.
Yeah.
But anyways, yes. It's a nice car. I hate to take all this stuff off, but all this stuff is going to come off and get redone.
It don't bother me a bit. Run some nice AN. Use our Earl's crimper to make some nice AN lines.
Yes. Brake lines, everything.
Yep.
It's got to be redone.
Yep. We're gonna do all. Are you gonna bend up some stainless, or are you just gonna use some?
I need to do stainless.
Yeah.
I hate to because it sucks so bad.
It doesn't bend near as easy as
It does
copper
not.
nickel
It
alloy.
does not. But if I can take the stuff off of this car, bend it exactly the same, and keep all this as reference, I think we'll be all right. And then use those exact same hold downs.
Yep.
It'd be nice.
Yep.
I mean, we got a good start on this, besides a few things that we are not going to do ourselves. It's going to take us a while. That's why I want Dad to at least get this thing in. I want the underside done. I want to get the frame done, all that, because then we're going to take it to Kicker. And Kicker's going to do their thing. We're going to take it back to Jake. He's going to mount all the
air system, whatever.
All the air system.
I'm sure it'll be AccuAir, right?
AccuAir.
Are we going to smooth the firewall?
We got to.
And it'll get like a aftermarket AC, kind of like the 55?
Yep. Yep. Yep, so you don't need all those big holes.
Those big holes were hard to cover on the fire door.
Yeah. Honestly, I don't know. There's so many things that I'm up in the air about. I'd like to smooth the whole firewall and then not put inner fenders back in it.
I like that. Because, I mean, if you smooth the firewall, then you can. You don't see all that shit. Like on the Fire Donk, you don't have no fenders and you see all that shit. So
yeah, that sucks.
Like the firewall's got to be nice if we're going to take the inner fenders out.
Yep. And it sucks because look at all the different angles on that.
Yeah.
Dad, you're not gonna be able to do what you wanted to do. Dad wanted to just put a sheet over it. You're not gonna really be able to do that. There's too many angles and different bends and shapes and all kinds of stuff on that. Like literally, he's gonna have to cut out a piece and weld all that stuff up. Huh.
We'll figure something.
He doesn't want to do it. He doesn't want to do it. Hey, we got you that cold welder.
He said it don't work worth the fuck.
Yeah, it's a work in progress. So, now we got to get the rotisserie in here and try to figure that out.
Rotisserie, huh?
Try to figure it out. I still want to get back there and pull the, man, you know that tailgate's heavy. That thing's got to come off, I would think.
What's the, oh no, the glass and the tailgate are two separate things, but you
The
know.
glass is still up in the roof. So it's
It
in the
can stay
back
there?
too. Yeah, no, we're gonna leave it there. And then just hope that Dad didn't, whenever he was fixing all the rust, didn't pin it
Splatter
all
it.
up.
Could it be polished if he did?
It's gonna have to be. We
Yeah.
ain't finding another one.
Yeah.
There's one guy in the country that has a whole lot of these, and he's pretty much, I've been talking to him on Facebook,
Yeah.
and like the whole stuff in the back, the clamshell, you can get everything for the doors, for the front, all that, because it's the same as like a 4-door.
Right.
The back though, none of the, I saw a guy the other day posted up. He said, about as good as you can find. And it was all the rubbers and stuff in the back.
Yeah.
It didn't even look as good as what ours is.
Really?
Yeah.
That sucks.
It sucks bad. So this whole car is going to be beautiful, and we're just going to have to make that rubber look as good as we can.
Damn.
This dude was selling this stuff, talking about, you ain't going to find something like that. One piece was broken off, you know, and he put it up there, and but it was bad.
Man,
It was bad.
that sucks.
Ours is not that bad though, and it's still soft, which
Yeah.
is a good thing. So
it can at least be cleaned up to make look
it still
somewhat
has
decent.
pits in it and
Yeah.
holes in it, and you know. But I think that the biggest thing to making the clamshell work is the motors on them things. And as long as we can grease those cables up and stuff, I don't know if they make the cables anymore, but they make the motors.
Motors are just like for a top.
Well, they look just like a K5 rear window to me, is what
Yeah.
they look like.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I took my drill and and it would roll the window and the doors and everything. When we first got this thing, it all worked.
Yeah.
It's just slow.
Yes.
So I believe that if we grease it, clean the tracks up, do all that stuff that we need to do, that stuff has to come apart anyways, you know? So.
There's nobody that makes repops for that stuff, the rubbers. That's crazy. I guess, you know, why would you, but.
Dalton, set the back down. Take that valve and open it up. You think the front will go lower now that there's no inner fenders and fenders and all that stuff?
I don't know.
I'll bet he made it to where it won't. Oh, we need to go up. It will. Turns out. Look at that.
Oh, wow.
And it is on the steering shaft hard. Ooh. Hey, this thing was gonna keep going.
So it just rests on the inner fenders?
Damn, Jake. No, normally he won't do that. Will not reach. Ooh, hang on. Hang on, let's roll it back. Okay.
Ooh, yeah. You're on the.
Okay, that's good.
Had to put some bump stops on this deal.
Yeah. It was on her pretty hard too. Right there. We put a big old thick girl on there,
It's
didn't we?
thick, boy.
I'm really excited about this, and I'd really like to put off every other project I got going on and just make this thing really nice. And at some point, we're gonna have to.
Yeah.
So now, we'll just get the motor out. I'll holler at Tony, tell him to come over and get it. We need to probably get this thing outside, pressure wash it, start cleaning everything up. I would like to get all the brackets to mount an LS in this thing.
Oh, yeah, we'll holler ICT.
Mount it. We'll get out the old broken 4L80.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry, case broken 4L80.
Yeah, yeah,
That
that thing's still a
runs.
champ.
The thing still
Still a champ.
hits gears like a champ.
Yep.
And then we'll mock it all up. That way, because chances are,
So do we need to
almost got bucked off.
see what angle this motor is at, or does that even matter? Because it only fits in there.
On this, it's not going to matter, and not to mention we change our angle.
Well, I mean, because so the tail shaft like fits in the car and everything, since it's.
I see what you're saying. As long as ours goes straight across,
Yeah.
it'll be okay. What's up? You can bring me one.
That's cool.
That's cool. I wasn't thirsty. Huh?
They had them all day.
We could have had another one.
Dad, walk around there and get on the phone. What do you think, Aiden?
It's close.
We're almost there, huh?
Yeah, we just like finishing up, really.
I was saying close to the ground.
Oh, not really. Man, it's not much. This is not a cross-country car. This is an around the town parking lot pimping.
I said what it was like, 9 or 11 gallons.
Something like that. I mean, at 8 miles a gallon that this heavy bitch will get, it'll get you a little ways.
You get 10 miles a gallon. It'll get better than that.
Yeah.
You can go about 100 miles in this thing.
Man, this thing's gonna be sweet.
I can't wait. Just can't wait to start actually getting it cleaned up and bolting new parts in it. And what kind of mount is that on the back of the transmission? Look at that.
This or this?
That.
I don't know. It's all stock.
Oh, that's just for the exhaust.
Yeah.
Huh.
So, see this? Nice little deal right here. There's lots of things on this right here. I may not tell Tony to come get this thing yet. There's lots of things on this that we, you know.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That is the.
Hey, are y'all getting that out? Okay.
What is that's a vacuum modulator of some sort?
Yeah, and my Turbo 350 in that has that also. So it's got to go to some sort of vacuum. Otherwise, I don't know about you, but back in the day, whenever I had a Turbo 350, we would unplug that.
It shift harder.
Oh, it'll shift real hard
And
once
way out
it
there.
finally shifts.
Yeah.
You plug that in and it, you know what I mean? But
No, my first vehicle had a 700 R4, which I guess it still had one of those, right?
700? I don't know. Probably.
Well, it was back before I really knew anything about cars.
I mean, it had a detent cable, I'm pretty sure. The 700s.
Yeah.
Ooh, speaking of, that's probably got that bracket that we need.
I know, so back on the 700 R4s, you know, we used to do donuts and shit and to be stupid, and there was a little plastic gear in there of some sort, and you'd break it, and it was like your transmission went out. Well, the guys in the local, you know, the local transmission builder, he'd charge you about $1,100 for a transmission rebuild, and that's all it was.
That's fucked up.
It was like a little $6 piece, which, you know, granted, they still had to get into the valve body or wherever the fuck it was, but, you know.
What, Aiden? What was you saying? You was gonna say something.
Yeah, by that. What do you mean by that camel?
We had to get a new cam. Y'all tore the cam all up.
Yep, nice job.
Y'all didn't tear the cam up. We're getting a 3-bolt cam instead of the single bolt. Remember we bitched about that the whole time? Well, it turns out, who would have known?
Yeah.
Turns out they make a 3-bolt cam.
So we're doing the cam and then we're putting Ryan's head on it?
Yes.
And then
Heads.
heads up?
We gotta pull that other head off.
Oh, yeah. No. We just bolt it.
I'd pull the accessories and everything off first though.
I feel like we can get it done in a day.
Uh-huh. Here we are again.
Think about it.
No, hey, I'm trying not
We
to.
thought about it.
You don't have to think about it.
I'm tired of thinking about this truck.
Oh, man, so we gotta take everything.
Yes, everything.
Like, all right, Dad.
Oh, man.
Let's focus on one, right? Let's put this up there. Let's spray paint the backside.
What?
Mark it.
Mark
Put
at
this up
0.
there. And then drill holes. And then boom, the back is done.
Boom.
Back is a piece of fucking cake. In fact, if you want, I'll handle the back. Go grab some spray paint. Okay.
Yeah.
Not black. He was gonna bring black.
Oh, no doubt about it.
Here's some more chrome. Dad.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, that's still pretty manual deal. Ooh, where's it at?
The cable is not there.
Okay, the cable has got to be here somewhere.
You gonna make it?
Oh, it's over on that side. That's it, right there.
That's not gonna go away.
Right here?
Oh shit. So what are we gonna do there?
You mean weld something
I have
up?
to get the welder
We're
out.
gonna have to bolt something to this and then bolt this to this. You know, about like I did the front bumper. All right, here, you do the back. Never mind, Aiden.
Slide that on.
What's
there.
slide it on there? Hang on.
Yeah?
Yep.
Ooh,
Got some drips on that.
nice.
We got one.
Well, I didn't say go up yet.
Just,
Get closer to it, Aiden.
it just has some mist on there, Aiden.
Ready?
Yep.
Okay, don't move it. Strat.
My God, he just sprayed all over the floor.
That works. There's no other way to get in there. There's literally no
Can you
other
get in
way.
there with one of those markers?
Like that.
I can do it from here, I think.
Yeah, just put in the middle of that.
What? I'll make my own holes.
Ugh.
Man, everyone's gonna be real proud of you for having safety glasses on and everything.
Well, they're just sunglasses. But yes,
It's better than
that's right.
safety squints.
That's right. Some of these we can bolt on right now.
Yeah,
Okay, long as we're on the same page. I don't know what page you're on.
Well, I know what you're trying to do, but
But it ain't gonna work.
yeah, we'll see.
He's doubted me all morning.
Yeah, I have.
It's okay. I wouldn't tighten these up.
They're gonna need to move around a little bit.
Yes.
That's why we gave it plenty of room. Like Derek says on
Vice grip.
Vice Grip, we had to get the gas axe out this morning.
Yep. So he calls this is a lightning axe or something, isn't it? Because there's no gas. It's just
Well,
electric.
He uses torches.
Yeah.
So yeah. His are gas.
Yeah, yeah.
All right. Wait, did you lose one already?
There was one over here. So I was grabbing one.
Okay. So this should keep these from doing any of this or any of this. And then we're still gonna go through this and through this to get to the back bumper bolts. If this was a little bit longer, we would've went through all 4 of them, but it wasn't.
Yeah.
So
About 6 inches too short.
Yeah, yeah. All right. Let's grab some bolts. So you think that we measured wrong, Dad?
I think.
I don't think
He
this
said,
is
"I think."
I don't think this is a we situation for Richard.
No, not at all. I'm 100% taking the blame for all this if it doesn't fit. Hey, and that's fine.
Yeah, it's whatever.
Yeah. I've taken the blame for more important stuff.
Uh-huh.
Like, here you go. This is one of them.
We're not totally sure yet. There are some theories from people who have done the same thing.
So then they know where you fucked up.
Yeah.
But they've done it too.
Yep.
You know,
Which makes you feel just a little bit better.
I've got plenty. I got the things. I may need a couple of washers.
What's all the noise out there?
There's some blasting going on.
Yeah? Master blasters?
Yep. So they show up this morning, and he's like, he went to meet Dad. He goes, "Hi, I'm Richard." Dad goes, "I'm Richard." and then they sit there for a minute, had a little moment, you know.
Yeah.
I was like, "Your name's Richard too?" He was like, "Yeah." He said, "You should remember that." I said, "Yeah."
Yeah.
So this guy came down from Louisiana. Turns out he's from Lafayette. I have some experience in Lafayette.
You're not allowed there.
I'm not supposed to go there, but that was a long time ago.
Yeah.
Maybe they'll be like,
Maybe they forgot.
"It's no big deal."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe they got a new computer system and that don't
Yeah.
exist anymore.
Yeah, updated it, you know,
Yeah.
from files to computers. So
Yeah.
last time I was there, yeah, they pretty much asked me not to come back. So actually, they asked me to come back and go to court, and I was like, "Nah,
Yeah.
it's a long ways."
Yeah, it's like
So-
8 hours
Yeah,
just for a judge to tell you, "Are you stupid?"
yeah, for me to go, yes. They're outside blasting the donk. They came down, and that's what they do, you know. So we'll. They just started just now, right?
I think so.
Let's go out here and see. I think we could just open the door up. Man, it's nice outside.
Like Michael J. Fox from Back to the Future.
Yeah. I keep on expecting to hear the Van Halen in the background, you know? Talking about he gonna melt your brain. I mean, the bottom side of this car is not bad. We walked all around it this morning. I talked to him a little bit, you know. Of course, all the tin work that Jake just did is all brand new. He was like, "You want me to go over that?" And I was, "Nah." I'm sure that a couple of the floor pans gonna be a little bit holy.
Right about it, there they got. Yep, they're in a big hole. Oh yeah. I'll watch it blow it out.
I'm still it wasn't blowing out undercoating? Dad does it. Yeah, he does.
So like Sean said, Richard from Blackbird's Media come up from Louisiana to get this done for us. And, you know, like we mentioned earlier in the video, this isn't like we did, you know, the blue donk or even the fire donk. We're really, you know, this is really a frame off restoration, like gonna be super nice. And, you know, we just want to do everything that needs to be done to say that this thing is super nice. So here he is. So loud.
So blasting is one of those things that could get me on the Facebook things. I could watch it all day long. It's kind of like
the press and
something versus the hydraulic press.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Hey,
3 hours later, what happened?
I'll go, what do you mean it's 2 o'clock in the morning? Yeah. You know, I'm over here watching them squeeze grapes and shit, you know?
Squeeze grapes or a deck of playing cards.
Yeah, busting bowling balls and shit, you know?
Yep, every time.
And that's the shit that gets me. I could watch that for hours.
Yep.
I don't know why. It's just soothing. There's a little bit of metal gone in the floor pans, right where I said?
There wasn't no metal there, it was rust.
Yeah, yeah. So.
They're using broken glass for the media or whatever. He said, I heard in your video you mentioned something about walnut, but man, I like broken glass. I was like, man, that was just a joke.
Yeah, I don't care.
Use whatever you want.
I don't care. That's what I told him. I was like, this is what you do, right? And he goes, yeah, no, this is what I do. Okay.
Yep.
Then I'm gonna take your word for it.
Yep.
So, Aiden, let's go ahead and just start carrying everything from upstairs. Anything that needs to be blasted. All right, Dad, we got some decisions. Obviously, the inner fenders are gonna be the same color as the car. I think the core support should be too. But it also doesn't look bad black.
We did the blue and black.
We did the blue and black.
But I think it could have been blue and looked just as good.
No, I think it'll look better.
Oh, okay.
But I do think that if you match the core support to the car, it 100% looks better.
Yeah.
Man, it's a lot of work.
Oh.
You could just powder coat that thing black and not deal with nothing.
Oh yeah, that's what we did.
That's what we did.
Yep.
We did not deal with it.
Yep.
I'm gonna have him powder coat both sides of the inner fenders though. I want both sides painted the same color as the car.
Oh, okay.
Let's look at the core support and see how good it is or how bad it is, and then we'll make a decision after that. I think it's pretty nice.
He's gonna sandblast it, isn't he?
That's what we're talking about.
Oh, I thought you were painting it.
Well, if he doesn't, if we powder coat it, then we'll let them do that. Yeah, I think we just need to look at it and see. What do you think?
Yeah, I think it looks good.
I do too. There's more shit for you to paint.
Paint it is.
I think it needs to be painted. So.
He's got his mind made up.
Yeah, oh yeah.
I think it needs to be painted. What? Everything up there that needs to be painted. I'm gonna come up too. What? Everything up there is green. And a few things that aren't.
No, not that. Man, old Blastworks done put in some work out here today. Y'all will remember how green this thing was. Not no more.
I mean, you know.
Hey, man. He's old. But this thing is ready to go.
It's a little lighter and everything, so by the time we push it in, it should be pretty simple.
Yeah. How was it pushing it out?
You know, it was good until somebody had a genius idea of pushing it off into the gravel. I don't know who that was, though.
Oh.
It was that guy.
His name's Richard. What do you expect?
His name's Richard. I mean, what do you expect, you know? Hey, the big rollers, though, would have worked in the gravel just for, you know. But the small ones, no.
Oh, yeah, them little guys.
The small one is the one that dug in.
Yep.
It dug in about like I saw a forklift out here dig in too, so it's about the same.
Yeah, y'all will see somebody tore Sean's yard up. It's pretty cool.
Oh, we have.
Nothing but safety around here.
Yeah, hey, get all them locks, man. You know, that's how we do things.
Oh. Again?
Oh, you went the other way. Hey, somebody,
Oh, no, that's
somebody
right.
didn't do that one, Phantom?
No.
That worked right there.
Man, that's cool.
Man. Cleaned up all of Dad's Bondo and everything.
Yeah.
Man, look at that.
Would you just look at it?
I mean,
clean them tracks
that
out.
track is great already.
You know?
So much work, man. Well, I told Dad whenever we pulled that back, the window too. Once we pulled the window out, all the tracks, I said, this is never gonna work again.
It's full of optimism.
Yeah, yeah.
So there you have it.
What's that?
Wasn't a whole lot of rust in this deal. We knew there was going to be some. Hell, it's 50 years old almost, so we'll get her all fixed up though. Or Richard will anyways.
Yeah, I see the window look pretty good. What do you want? There you go.
So Blastworks got this thing all blasted up, man. Everything is ready for Richard to put in primer and start working. Man, your dad's got his work cut out for him.
Yeah, no, now it looks like a lot of work, but it really helped me out, them coming down here and getting this done before we left. Like we've said multiple times, I don't know about on this video, but we're leaving in 2 days to go to Australia. We're gonna be gone for 5 weeks. So whenever I get back, it ain't gonna look like this.
It better not.
It better not. So, which I am taking Dad to Australia with me for just a week.
Yeah.
So, you know, he gonna have to pay for that vacation at some point, you know, and look at that thing. Nothing but bare metal. So
Just bare as could be.
he's got to, we're gonna load it up now because I've said this at the last shop. I'm gonna say it again at this shop, even though it wasn't true at the last shop.
No.
We're not doing body work in this shop.
Won't do it.
I won't do it.
We
Even
will
though
not
Dad
do it.
really wanted to spray that thing with primer so that it doesn't rust, he could do it at his shop.
Yep.
So we're gonna load this thing up. We'll push it up in the trailer. We bought a trailer just specifically for this type of stuff.
Yep.
This car's wide, but it's gonna fit in this trailer, and we'll take it to Dad's. He'll get some body work done while we're gone in Australia, and there was no sense in waiting to get back before we had this done. So, guys, I really appreciate y'all coming and doing this. It had to be done, you know. So they've worked their ass off. The wind is howling out there. The wind is blowing. Yesterday was beautiful, but they didn't get it all done in one day. So it was a lot. And what's crazy is now the work begins.
Yeah.
Like, you can't really even count stripping it down, stripping the car.
And that was a lot.
And that's a lot. It's a lot just to strip these things down.
Yeah, there's a lot of pieces to these old cars.
So many pieces, and honestly, it's not that bad. We knew the car was in decent shape, but you know, there's a few holes there and there.
There's a few,
you know, but not too bad. So Dad will replace, you know, just a couple of the floor pans in it. Other than that, he did most of the work that he needed to do already around all the back windows. So after that, now you just start putting it back together. It's like a big puzzle. There's certain
really
things on
big,
this car,
confusing puzzle.
certain things on this car that probably never work right again.
No.
If the clamshell works when we get done with this, then we have succeeded. So
Yes, because that was a lot.
I'll tell Dad here, just weld it shut.
Yeah.
Just don't even
make
worry
sure it don't
about
open going down the road.
Just don't worry about it. Weld that tailgate shut, and then we'll just focus on getting the window to open and close.
Yeah.
So it all needed to come apart anyway. So, but anyways, everybody knows how busy we are. We're gonna be doing NPK, but we will show progress of this car as much as we possibly can. We still got a lot to do to the frame. And then at some point we're gonna send it off and get it powder coated, and after that, basically the frame is start bolting shit on it. There's not a whole lot of fabrication that goes with that. Honestly, after Jake did all the work that he did, there's not a lot of fabrication with the car itself. It's putting it back together.
Yes.
So,
Yeah. So I guess that's it for now for this until we get back, and
used to be a whole lot of green, now it's not.
but it will be soon or someday, maybe.
Yeah, maybe.